I understand to some regard because it's hard, but it's like it's a lot harder wishing you always would have done it. In my opinion, at least, like it's a lot more. It scares me a lot more to think that I'm gonna wake up one day, or like to be like sitting there like dying and thinking like, damn, I'll never know what that's like. Like that's too much. That's too painful for me. That's way more painful than anything I'll ever experience in this life that I can think of. And so I always just think like, what is the process to get to the place I want to be? And so I got really, really, really fortunate to meet people like that have utterly and completely changed my life and my perspective. And my buddy Javi was one of those people because when I met him originally, it was just like, I don't know, I learned a bunch of different stuff, and he kind of just told me, he's like, if you really want to, if you want to get where you want to get, like you need to be like focus on one thing, become the best at that thing, and eventually you can branch out. But like that's the number one step is just figure out exactly what you want to do and what you want to get good at, and then just get better than everybody else, and just find every way to reinvest your time, your money, energy, effort, like everything, and just become great at whatever it is that you want to do. Be humble, listen to people, learn from people, find ways to shortcut your learning and your process, and utilize help and do all that stuff. And then just do it. Like just practice every day. Like do this, and this. Like write stuff, write scripts, and whatever it is, and just constantly look at it and be like, what could I do to improve this for the next one? Because I think a lot of people, I think where people really, 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 really get stuck is just pure and utter arrogance. And they think, this is already good, or I don't need to learn from this person, or I don't need to learn from this person. The people that I know that are the most successful are like a lot of times they're always learning. They're always interested. Like my buddy Mark is, you would never know he's rich, and you'll sit down and hang out with him for a few hours and talk to him, and he's just wants to learn and he appreciates people, and it's, I don't know, it's just I don't know. I've just learned some cool stuff. I got really, like I said, I got very lucky, but those are some things where it's just like you just have to get good at something. Like you just have to have a skill set that does something, and certain skill sets do more or less. And like content right now is really huge. And so copywriting is really big. Writing in general, doing any, like there's so many components to each part. Like people become really successful a lot of times because they get really good at something specific, and then they find other people to do the other stuff. So it's like you don't have to be like, maybe in the startup you have to be you have to wear all the hats, but it's like, what do you do that with little effort you get the most amount of return on naturally, and then you just do that 100%. And then you find the other people that is like what you suck at is their 100%, and then you just build this team off of what everybody does best for the least amount of work, and then you all work hard. And it's like, so it's like, if you like writing, spend all your time and energy getting better at writing, and then find somebody to film it. Don't waste your time filming, because your time filming could be spent learning how to get better at writing. It's like if you want to become better, really good at it, that's kind of the process. You just have to spend a lot of time on it, find new ways to get better, learn, practice, do it as a million times. Like the person that's the best at stuff is usually, basically always the person that's done it the most. And so when I thought about how do I get better at making videos, I was like, oh, I want to make 600 in the next 90 days. So it's like just shoot, edit, shoot, edit, shoot, edit. Whether it's a hard video, whether it's a simple video, whatever it is, just shoot, edit as many videos as I possibly can, and that'll get me better faster. And then just learn from each and every single video. And the same with writing, same with anything. Just do it a million times and learn from every previous time you've done it. Learn from people, so on and so on. But it just takes the effort and the desire to. I read a book recently that was really cool, and it talks about like being successful. You have to back desire with faith. So you have to have like an overwhelming desire to do something, and you have to believe it's possible. And if you can do those two things, then there's no reason it can't. And then you just have to like do it and just keep doing it. And take your resources and your time and your effort. And that's why I had to get rid of my insecurity around money and stuff like that, because that money could help me make more versus holding on to it because I'm too afraid to lose it. So it's like, oh, what can I invest into myself? What can I do to like get myself further, get myself closer to whatever I'm trying to pursue, you know? I don't know if that's helpful, but
I'm just soaking it all in, just like these rays of sunshine on the table.
I know it's satisfying.
Fuck, dude. I wish you were around like once a week. You know?
Yeah.
But you started a new life. Or not a new life, but you're busy, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely hard to balance a lot of stuff.
You're out here grinding, you know?
Yeah. And I you know, it's funny because I think everybody is working hard, but I think it's just about what do I put my time into that's going to turn into more. And I think like kind of the beginning of this conversation is people will go work a certain job and they'll work it for 10 years. That's not a problem. The problem is they stop growing after a year or two. So they just wasted 8 years of their life. Like that's why I went from the restaurant. It instantly jumped into do or drink because as soon as the restaurant was really hard for me, and then as soon as it started getting easy, I was like, then do or drink, the possibility of that, I was like, oh, let's go do that. That sounds terrifying. And so then I grew a crazy amount because I just kept failing and failing and failing, and then I had to learn, and I had to like put in new systems and try and find new ways to like stop failing. And then I started getting better at that. And then like Lotus started doing well and some other things started doing well, and I was like, all right, let's jump ship and let's get back into the scary waters and see what happens, you know, and let's grind this and see what happens. Let's do this, and this. And then I don't know, just as soon as you stop growing, I think that's just where problems arise. That's where people get stuck. It's not where they're at or what they're doing, it's just, are you still growing or not? If you're not growing, then you either don't care to get better or you don't even realize, I think. And so that's one of those things. Or sometimes it's just a means to grow. Like if you need to go work one job so you have the capital reinvested to something, that's fine too. People have to do that all the time. But I do think that's where people get fall short. Is they'll just get somewhere, they'll grow from it, they'll learn, and they'll just stay there.